Did you know that over 55 million people worldwide are living with dementia? And experts believe nearly 40% of those cases could be prevented by better nutrition alone? That's right. What you eat doesn't just shape your waistline, it shapes your mind. In this video, everything you're about to learn has been validated by doctors, neuroscientists, and registered dietitians. So if you're over 50 or care about someone who is, you need to pay close attention. And if you're serious about protecting your memory, mental clarity, and even your mood, make sure to watch until the end and leave a comment with your thoughts. You might just help someone else become aware too. Let's begin with the truth. Most food companies don't want you to hear. The worst food for your brain isn't just junk food in general. It's a specific type of ingredient that sneaks into almost every packaged product you buy. That ingredient is refined sugar. And no, we're not talking about the natural sugars found in fresh fruits or vegetables. We're talking about the hidden added sugars pumped into breakfast cereals, commercial yogurt, packaged bread, salad dressings, sauces, frozen dinners, flavored coffee creamers, and even so-called healthy foods like granola bars and protein shakes. Refined sugar rapidly spikes your blood glucose levels. It creates a roller coaster of energy followed by an inevitable crash. But here's the dangerous part. This constant sugar spike doesn't just affect your waistline, it inflames your brain. Chronically elevated blood sugar leads to a harmful condition known as neuroinflammation. This means your brain's neurons, your actual thinking and memory cells, become irritated, swollen, and slow to communicate. Imagine trying to focus or recall information while your brain is literally on fire. It's not a metaphor. It's a chemical reality happening in millions of people every single day. And it gets worse. That constant inflammation directly damages a vital part of your brain called the hippocampus. The hippocampus is like your memory headquarters. It helps store, organize, and retrieve information. But when inflamed, this region begins to shrink. Research published by the Mayo Clinic shows that people who consume high levels of sugar are up to 1.5 times more likely to develop Alzheimer's disease. That's not a small risk. That's a 50% higher chance of losing your cognitive independence as you age. Sugar also impacts mood. Ever feel irritable, anxious, or forgetful after a high-carb meal? That's no accident. Sugar messes with your neurotransmitters, especially serotonin and dopamine. These are the brain's feel-good chemicals. When you flood your brain with sugar, you create a temporary high followed by a deep crash, emotionally and mentally. This cycle contributes to mood swings, depression, anxiety, and even panic attacks in some people. But let's not forget what often comes packaged with sugar: unhealthy fats, specifically trans fats and oxidized vegetable oils. Think donuts, French fries, pizza, deep-fried snacks, margarine, frozen pizza, and even some peanut butters. These oils, often listed as partially hydrogenated on the label, disrupt the membranes of your brain cells. They make the cells stiff and dysfunctional. Blood flow to the brain gets compromised. Oxygen delivery drops. And when your brain cells don't get enough oxygen and nutrients, they age faster. They literally start to decay. Imagine trying to recall your loved one's name, solve a basic problem, or even find your car keys while your brain is clogged with sugar and starved of oxygen. It's happening quietly in millions of people every day, and most have no idea that food is to blame. Now here's a detail most people miss entirely. It's not just what you eat, it's also how often you eat. Many people snack all day on crackers, candies, granola bars, or sugary drinks. This constant stream of carbohydrates keeps your insulin levels chronically elevated. And what does that do? It leads to insulin resistance, not just in the body, but in the brain. Here's why that's terrifying. When your brain becomes insulin resistant, it can't properly absorb glucose, the fuel it needs to function. It's like filling your gas tank, but the engine still won't start. This process starves brain cells. And this is exactly why many researchers now refer to Alzheimer's disease as type 3 diabetes. It's a brain disease rooted in the same mechanisms as diabetes: blood sugar dysregulation, insulin resistance, and chronic inflammation. Even fruit juice, which appears to be a healthy option, can backfire. A single cup of apple juice contains up to 30 grams of sugar. That's more than most sodas. But because it's liquid and stripped of fiber, it hits your bloodstream fast. That sugar spike triggers oxidative stress in the brain. You may feel energized for 15 minutes, but you're left foggy and fatigued by hour 2. And then there's the dangerous myth of artificial sweeteners. People often switch to diet sodas and sugar-free cookies thinking they're safe. But compounds like aspartame, sucralose, and saccharin are linked to headaches, dizziness, anxiety, and long-term cognitive decline. One landmark study in Stroke Journal found that individuals who consumed diet soda daily had a nearly 3 times higher risk of stroke and dementia. These fake sugars disrupt your gut-brain axis. They damage the trillions of bacteria in your digestive system that communicate with your brain through the vagus nerve. So what do you do if you've already consumed these foods for years? The good news is your brain is resilient. It can heal if you give it the right conditions. Start with small, realistic shifts. Replace sugary breakfast cereals with plain steel-cut oats, topped with blueberries, chia seeds, and a sprinkle of cinnamon. Choose sparkling water with lemon or herbal teas instead of soda or fruit juice. Swap that afternoon granola bar for a boiled egg or a handful of raw almonds. These changes stabilize your blood sugar, reduce inflammation, and give your neurons the fuel they need to function again. Don't underestimate the power of hydration either. The brain is nearly 75% water. Even mild dehydration can cause brain fog, fatigue, and forgetfulness. Start your day with 12 ounces of filtered water and keep sipping throughout the day. Add a pinch of Himalayan salt or a splash of lemon to boost electrolytes naturally. And while today's video focuses on what to avoid, don't forget to give your brain what it loves. Omega-3 fatty acids found in flax seeds, chia seeds, walnuts, and fatty fish like salmon literally build brain cells. They repair damaged neurons and improve memory retention. Curcumin, found in turmeric, is another anti-inflammatory powerhouse that can reduce amyloid plaques associated with Alzheimer's. Also, consider going for short walks after meals. This isn't just for weight control. Walking boosts circulation to the brain, lowers insulin, and improves mood by releasing brain-derived neurotrophic factor. That's a key molecule for memory and learning. Lastly, check your pantry. Take 10 minutes today and look at the ingredient labels on your most common foods. If sugar, corn syrup, maltodextrin, or hydrogenated oils are listed in the first 5 ingredients, consider removing them. Your brain is your most valuable asset. Don't let marketing gimmicks and food industry shortcuts compromise it. Leave a comment below sharing the one food or habit you're now committed to changing. You'll not only inspire others, but you'll reinforce your own journey. And if you found this valuable, share it with a friend or loved one. Let's build a future where sharp minds and healthy brains last well into our golden years. Because the real danger isn't in a one-time indulgence. It's in the everyday choices we don't think twice about. But now, you know better. And when you know better, you can do better.